So about 6 or 7 years ago, I'm pretty sure everyone was much younger, maybe even underage. I was barely 18, and I think that should be 6 years. But anyways, COVID began, and everything got kind of messed up. I couldn't go to school. I did take online classes. Everyone was sick, and just afraid of talking to other people because they were afraid of getting sick themselves. And luckily for me, I stayed clean for a long while. Took a couple vaccines. Didn't really care about whatever this and that was. All I knew was vaccines worked out so far, so maybe I'll go get a vaccine. But unfortunately, at the eve of Black Friday 2025, I finally caught COVID for the first time. It was quite the experience. Now I do feel better. Yesterday was the worst. I mean, at the time of the recording, not the time of the upload. So that's why I decided maybe it's time for an upload. For a recording. So we're playing Guards VDV, which is a really meta deck. I figured maybe sometimes I should swap things, play a bit of Russia, instead of just uploading US all the time. That being said, I do like playing US more. We'll be playing on Chernyakhovsky District. Comrade, as Guards VDV. I call it low APM. It's probably gonna... The name's probably gonna stick. And almost everyone either has VDV or guards. That's the meta now. And it just feels easier to play. So I decided, hey, why not just show people how imbalanced this, or like how strong this specialization is, as I crush these American randoms with 4 random teammates. You know, maybe that's a good idea. That's what I wanted to do, and yeah, we'll see how it goes. Obviously, this is on a flank, and if you look at flanks and you think to yourself, okay, it's a flank, the Americans are probably going to arrive there sooner than I do, this and that, but since, like, how should I put it, they always have raptors in the air. Obviously, you could have more planes in them. You just had to strike an agreement, I suppose, but the opening, my opening seemed a little, I don't know, uncertain, because I also wanted APS, I also wanted a bit of troops in the front to send it into C, make sure we had it, or at least killed a bunch of units. And the sad thing was that my opponents actually forced me to play into them. And you'll see in a moment. Anyways, okay, 2 Kurganets with the engineers. So that's an eagle, that's a fighting falcon, and a raptor. So this is generally a reason why I don't like to open up with fighters. Obviously, I probably could have. Oh, but he does nail one, it seems. Okay. You lose 2 planes, you lose 1. And the raptor instantly goes dark as the plane dies. So yeah, the raptor doesn't die if you... Obviously, maybe I should open with 2 extra fighters, you know? They said they didn't get the points back, we also get a couple more kills. I just didn't feel like it. Felt like I wanted to get to the cap sooner, get some recon. And this side of the map is actually really interesting. There's a river. Should I pause right here? Okay, pause right here. There's a river extending behind C all the way into my side of the map. So what this means is it would be easier for my opponent to get here and possibly here if you wanted, while holding C seems easier since, you know, reinforcing seems fine. But then if they have control over here, then they can probably shoot at everything that's trying to get into C. So that's the thing that was playing out for us in this game. Trying to deal with stuff across the road. Here I'm just finding a good spot to send my my little truck to, my little Typhoon VTV, and put my Spetsnaz in the bush. Obviously, I don't really know where my opponent could have thrown his stuff in. But maybe we'll talk about how this how this specialization is usually played. The thing is, if you see a really expensive tank, like the 72, 73 with trophy or something, or maybe the FEP, with trophy. They usually cost like more than at least 300 points. And what you would do is you would just call in a plane with the cluster cruise missile. That's what we call it, because the name itself is a bunch of letters and numbers, KH something something, and it's just really powerful. Obviously, you could dodge it. Ooh, that is a heli. Obviously, you could dodge it with the help of like you know, just simply moving after moving right after you get spotted by something. Boom. There goes my snipers. I guess it's okay, didn't get a lie, moved right after that. And this is what I kind of wanted to do, just get all my units into C, since I see 2 AVPs coming. There's still a lot in it. My opponent is, my teammate is getting here a bit slower, trying to get more troops, more units. Oh, almost killed my VDV. That is a okay, so here we go, and then that's a Delta. Bit unfortunate, I must say. Did not expect a Delta just pop out, and then that's another Ranger Mauls right there. Yeah, I'm pretty certain that I would be able to just blast his Striker RV, but then there were a lot more stuff going on, and yeah. Well, obviously there were 2 guys here. Yeah, 1 guy, 2 guys. Yeah, 2 guys on our flank. But well piled into this clusterfuck. And if you ask me if we had any of our own tanks, probably not. The only thing we actually had was just a bunch of units on the ground. Yeah, but yeah, sure, we did take C and we're wiping them out eventually. It was nice. You see, it's working out for us. But then someone pinged, oh look, there's a bunch of stuff in here. I'm like, wait, for real? Because I wasn't paying attention, obviously. Had to check for myself. So the beginning of the game, I believe, they did spam like a bunch of Nighthawks, which I didn't have my pack up ready to intercept it. And the double Mauls team also were a deterrent to my units. Like, even though they're AT, but you know, stacked 12 on top of each other. Obviously, if I had anything with a bomb, I probably would have just nuked that. And here comes another F-35. Outseed, and then that just, yeah. I mean, obviously, it doesn't kill a lot of units to make its price worth it. But then, if it kills something, it's kind of a positive trade as long as you don't die, right? In the meantime, we do spot some Ranger RCs in here. And I think to myself, okay, I have no idea how to deal with that. And now we're kind of losing everything because I wanted to go play this flank, and then now just a 9-man Mauls team is wrecking me. You can pretty much tell that, Corn, you don't know how to play Russia, do you? Yes, that is true. That is very true. Oh, but the bombs are nice. This is why I started to think maybe I should have brought my own, bombs for this. Yeah, we spot the RC. It's gonna start, and then he smokes up. And someone brought a linebacker. And I wanted to use the bias of Russian helicopters by just tanking through it and killing him, but I guess it didn't really work out. He actually got lucky there. Maybe I should have been moving. I'm not sure. Yeah, it turned out there were 3 guys in left. And it does look pretty terrible. Oops, what am I typing? Yeah, I felt like I really did need to clear left, because they would have vision all over everything, and if they had vision all over everything, this part of the map would be, like, any like AA I put there would probably get, like, artillery nuked by an F-35 or something else. Here comes another F-35, killed another, another, oh, but it does die though, very nice, and drops a pilot. Obviously, that does feel like a way to play the game, you know. Maybe that's why people, they decided to nerf the availability of the F-35. I think there's too many. But to be honest, like, it is an expensive plane though. It pretty much guarantees a kill, but on the other hand, like, you just let them be, man. You gotta nerve. The opening doesn't look lovely, not at all. Gonna bring a bunch of units to the left. Maybe I'll skip a little bit because for some reason it's taking me longer than usual. We'll watch as my Verba is almost 2-tapped this Comanche. I think the smoke saved this guy, I'm not sure. Can I shoot? Hello? Oh! Oh, he hit the other Comanche. Ah, but now he misses. Almost had him. And it turns out they had Cav scouts in here. Doesn't look ideal at all. Gonna have to... Hey, here comes another Cav scout. Shot. Ooh, misses. Alright, so here is an Su-35S. This is probably one of the things that would be intercepting your F-35s, and but that is a Raptor. Run away! Now I shoot back. Oh, I hit him with one. And then... what about the next one? Oh, we kill him. Very nice. That Raptor probably cost like 375 worth. That's why this plane is really annoying. I mean, me being able to like just straight up kill the Raptor there was very lucky, considering he had 20% EMS. But for me, it's because how cheap this thing is. It's only 260, and you can do the exact same thing that the Raptor does essentially. The rest is RNG, right? The rest is RNG, but you get moments like these sometimes, if you're lucky enough. Which, yeah, that is how. Excuse me. That is how like the Su-35 works out. Just spot a couple more units. I'm finally getting across here. And there's another Ranger RC in here. It gets 2-shot. Oh, but then we instantly spun an RC right there. So yeah, this guy had a lot of units behind my lines. Our lines, more like. I feel like I had to get a couple more units here. So yeah, as you might know already, this map favors US at the beginning of the match until you get overwhelmed by an excessive amount of Russian units. Oh, we finally spot the Ranger RC here. Alright, that's one loose end. Dealt with. And there's another... I mean, this guy's spotting a sniper squad with the Tor is also very nice. Unfortunately, there's a Comanche in the sky. Honestly, feel like the only viable way is against this kind of shenanigans is to simply have 2 or 3 helicopters with stingers in the opening. But that also feels like a waste. What if I lose all of them, right? Oh, spots my Spetsnaz. I'm just gonna hide in here for a little bit. Smoke is a very useful thing, by the way. Like, whenever you're in the tree line and something else is shooting at you, when you're fighting someone else in close range, you just smoke up. Because it's essentially like, if you guys play League, then you know, it's like a Mordekaiser ult. This smoke is basically your personal arena against the unit that you're trying to kill or fight. It just turned out that way. Same with vehicles, same with infantry. So it doesn't really block anything. For some reason, there's a pack here. Unfortunately, I had nothing to deal with that. If my Cornet lived, I would have killed that guy earlier. Fortunate for me. Anyways, that's a Set B2 trophy. Killed the Comanche on the left, luckily, and then this is a 290 point tank, by the way. Instantly killed the Set B2 trophy. It's very worth. Very worth. Now here comes turn off the radar. First one misses. Gets into range. Here comes the second one. Almost gets him. Third one hits the building. Fourth one flies upwards. Not sure what happened there. I was actually quite stunned myself. Yeah, but you know, on the bright side, we did kill a lot of units here. Unfortunately, these guys had another F-35 or Raptor. He certainly had a lot of F-35s. It did feel like they could just keep spamming him. This is my teammates trying to teach me. For some reason, that F-35 just kept spinning around. But anyways, what I wanted to do was just get Su-35s in the meantime. Because if they decide to do a drop, they probably have to pay. They probably have to die for it, if that was the case. Because we finally got a foothold into the left side of the map. You might think to yourself, Corn, why are you going here? Isn't the cap here? Yeah, it's called tunnel vision, man. But at least we have, yeah, alright, well, our KE looks awful. It looked even more awful before. But as you can see, it's extremely difficult to cross from this side to sea, because there's a river in the way. The only viable route is actually the road on my opponent's side, or I just have to send it into sea. So maybe what I could have done, or like, you know, maybe you know, the smart way to do this is simply just oh hi, not sure what this guy's doing. What are they doing? Yes, to probably secure the road here, maybe here, and then just start setting troops in the sea. Unfortunately, maybe I shouldn't spoil you at all. But anyways, the phase is ending, you know, the phase is ending in about a minute. And it seems like we need to take C to expend our advantage. The Javelin, I'm just gonna smoke up and send in my Ergonets with APS first. Oh, here comes a, yeah, blocked by APS. To be honest, if my opponent was a bit smarter, he would target the BTO or BMO instead of, oh, turned out there was another RC in the back. Very funny. Yeah, like right here. Hello. It's crazy how they managed to hide all these guys here. And we spawn another sniper. I'm just gonna go clear out those snipers in that bush. See how we managed to get into this tree line the first phase of, at the end of the first phase. Obviously we didn't really take C with two people. We had a guy actually in the middle of the map, somewhere around here, but there aren't any caps or anything. I'm not really sure what he's trying to do. And that's my Su-35. He's probably like, I probably haven't switched it to low altitude yet. It's still flying at high altitude. And that's Comanche. Gonna send my Derivati up, yeah. Alright, finally found that guy. It took me ages. Oh, so there it is. It is low altitude. So this is how VDB, or at least I think, you know, you always have a fighter hovering around, because the thing about about like these fighters is that they have 12,000 years of spotting, and what is so good about them compared to SAM sites is that SAM sites only have 8,000 spotting range. So if you divide it by like 1.75, which is the concealment for planes, for F-35s and Raptors, they actually spot them at 7 kilometers instead of something like 4,500 or something. Sorry for the really bad drawing, but this is generally why you gotta keep a a fighter in the air at all times if you can. I've also found where my opponent's Bradleys are. Yeah, I like Bradleys a lot apparently. Yeah, this is the instance where I decide, okay, I'm just gonna use Kurganets all day. I'm just gonna use Kurganets all day. Oh, it turns out he does have a ow that one taps my Kurganets. Actually, 2 taps. Okay, it doesn't look nice. I actually didn't know the Comanche 1 taps Kurganets so with Hellfires if you happen to break its APS, which is pretty nice. I mean, bro, the thing is 4 APS, what am I gonna do? That's the instance of that someone's mass pinging the map. Oh, SC-35 dies by accident while I try to micro this. Did that CJ live? Unfortunate. Hey, get him. Oh, we got him. Yeah, the good thing about having these guys close to a supply point is that, yeah, I am trying to fight these guys right on top of my supply point, but since he doesn't really know where my units are resupplying from, and every time he tries to push new units in, my units are always resupplied. At full HP, so it is a nice thing. Here goes an AMPV versus 2 of these. Gonna dodge. It's gonna dodge that Nighthawk. Unfortunately, I don't save the other ones, but still. The good news for me is that none of these infantry in that AMPV was actually AT. So I'm just gonna point my front at these guys and say, hello Comanche. Just gonna smoke up. Okay, interesting Hellfire. I don't know, he couldn't make up his mind on who to kill. Yeah, the rockets kind of damaged me a little, but as long as I'm inside the tree line, inside the smoke, I would be able to kill these engineers. Probably a mistake on my opponent's end, you know. Here comes another Bradley trying to trying to kill my BRM-3K. This thing is crazy good. I really don't want to mess with it. And then in the meantime, the 57mm gun also kills Comanche. So pretty much everything that came in here died to the BRM-3K. It's crazy, isn't it? All because my opponent could have put a maybe a Ranger RCs in that AMPV. But he lost everything. No, run away! Oh! I think he got out of line of sight here. Ow. It turns out, oh, there is a Cav Scout in there. That's what happened. I guess my opponent just expected a lot of infantry. Since I brought like Spetsnaz, VV Spetsnaz, along with some of those, what do you call them? Engineers. It turns out, what is this guy doing exactly? Is he really trying to bomb anything? I don't know. Okay. Yeah, we have a cool foothold now. Even though I am practically invisible on my flank. Not invincible, invisible. I actually don't have a tank yet, and the whole reason why I don't have tanks yet is simply because I feel like every time I call tank out, they're gonna get an F-35 and bomb it, and if they're gonna get an F-35 and bomb it, my S-300 is here. It's nowhere to be seen, and I can't really punish that. So I'm just gonna play it slow, have a bit of cheaper tanks, and just fight this guy's Bradley. or AMPVs, depending on whatever one he's gonna be using. I'm gonna face check the Bradley. Hello. Oh, turned out he had a... He had a cap scout in there. Ow. My bad. Every time I call in an SU-35, I really should just simply keep it at low altitude. I just keep forgetting. Alright. The line of sight, but he does. Oh, do I win these? He has 2 though. He won, no. Save me, dear Vatia, save me. So yeah, as a cheap alternative to these, what do you call them? To tanks, I suppose 57mm actually are quite the pack quite a punch against opponents, against like American Bradleys, not tanks, but they still do a pretty good job against them if as long as you have the flank. I also spotted a tank in the meantime over here. We're just gonna slowly creep up. So there's a V2. Unfortunately, what I didn't expect is that, or maybe I did expect that, I just didn't really, yeah, the plane died. Oh well. What I didn't really expect was that, oh, but I still nailed it with one of those, with one of the, what do you call them? The cluster cruise missiles, maybe, or I got the other one, not sure. Oh, that's an MPV. But he smokes. Oh, there's a V2, run away! Run away, he's drifting! Okay. This is a moment I thought to myself, okay, time to call in another SU-30SM. This thing is as cheap as 290, I believe. It can be even cheaper. But okay, there it is. Just gonna get as close as possible. Predict his movement. He goes back up to resupply maybe. And then right after I launch, I dive low, and then I return, and then ooh, bomba! Wow, so easy. Instantly derail with one cluster cruise missile. To be honest, I don't know how you can do that. That's 3 disabled on a tank. I mean, getting his tracks were lucky, but... Okay, but yeah, this guy is quite cooked. And... I'm just gonna put my Thermoviti in here and get him. Worth. Oh, and there's another trophy. Oh, turned out I can't really deal with cap scouts like that. Yeah, as for the 1v1, we seem to be doing okay. No, I ran out of HE. Alright, so what now? You know, this phase, it looks pretty good for us. We're actually going really far ahead in kills. We have another cap on the other side of the map, and even though I am playing against my opponent here, I'm basically stopping him from, I don't know, I'm keeping him busy, okay? There's no way he goes into RC cap for now. I'm not sure how that smoke saved me. But when you smoke up, just remember to go hide in the bushes, and unfortunately for this guy, he didn't really spot my Dervatia when he was going after my, when he's going for my tanks, and the Dervatia just wrecked it. Yep, just gonna grab some stuff, maybe push up a little bit. Oh, and there's another trophy somewhere around here. Yeah, so this guy is quite desperate in trying to like hold these bushes around here. I mean these buildings. Here comes the oh yeah, the pack. Oh, not sure why I smoked there. And double engineers run away. Oh, almost killed the tank there. Alright, here's time to send it. I have a bunch of units to deal with the engineers. Unfortunately, the Dervatia doesn't really have the armor to do this. But I have something better. I have some light vehicles. This tank is a BMP-3M. Could be running it down. I lost my... okay, that bomb was fantastic, I suppose. Didn't really kill much. So anyways, I'm just gonna keep rolling this guy. And this is where you know, I kind of started sending it. I saw that, hey, big breakthrough, yo, let's go find his packs and kill everything. Yeah. I just spotted like all of his supplies, blew everything up. Looked pretty nice. That's what I love to do. Like I win against a guy in the flank, and you better kill some stuff. But oh, there's another supply. Ooh, lots of mech. Ooh, these are mech AA riflemen and a Comanche. But he still nails me with the. He still nails me with one of those. Spot a sniper there. And then go hide behind a building. Oh, but we do manage to kill a. Managed to kill the pack. Do we manage to kill the pack? But that raptor is certainly dead. Kill the Comanche. Got him. It worked. And now we seem to have everything going okay, you know? I mean, they had a lot of our caps. But we certainly killed a lot of stuff, right? They look pretty nice. But then this is also where I figured might have fucked it up. Oh, do we trade? Oh, we trade. Huge. Alright, I lost everything. Don't push that much, you have no units. Yeah, that was a point. So we did have an advantage. We do have an advantage now in terms of points. Unfortunately for me, I get a bit unlucky in the dice roll here. Didn't manage to like force that Comanche down to low HP. Yeah, we did a pretty big blow against our opponents here. Gonna see if this guy overextends. Oh, are you gonna? Oh. Beep, 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 beep. Hey, we got him. Okay. Yeah, that feels unreal sometimes. Definitely need to get more reinforcements now, and probably help see. That was the idea, you know, like. Yeah, I had to look at my scoreboard and think to myself, hey, how good did it go? Pretty much made sure that everything here was clear. What happened next was a bit unfortunate. Oh, I spotted some stuff. I spotted a Iron Thunder. They're stacked on top of each other. On it. So this is the moment I thought to myself, alright, alligator. Time to kill the Iron Donners. Alright, kill both. Worth. Alright, get out, get out, get out. my teammate bombed that too, but I guess it was not worth it. Okay, there goes the alligator, but worth. We didn't really have to bomb it, did we? Yeah, here I was just confused. I didn't really know what to bring anymore. Well, what should I bring anyways? Yeah, probably time to help C, right? No, it's time to keep pushing. Yes, this is what's this is what do you call it again? Tunnel vision is called. Here this guy is trying his best to, the guy on my flank that just got railed is pretty much trying his best to make sure that nothing like that similar happens again. Unfortunately for us, there's this guy on my in C that has like 2 Moss teams that for some reason they've been sitting there for like the entire duration of the game, or maybe like he's called them in a couple more times, but still. Just felt like something. Oh, turned out there was something over there. Run away. Oh, that was a B-fist. So it only had the gun, it didn't have the toe. Oh, this is not good. Run away! Run away! Oh no! My Derivatias were just arriving. So I guess we got a couple kills. Oh, and we lost a bunch of stuff. That's the thing about little birds, you know? Like you can they're very trade efficient. You never lose points at trying to use them. This guy's trying to snipe me through the through a bunch of vision. Oh, there's a 73. And all of a sudden I have no AT. I have no AT. I think to myself, okay, SU-30SM, it's time to call it in. And just flank this SEP trophy or whatnot. The V3, by the way, it's absolutely huge. The game seems to be looking good. Oh, Tor snipe. Run away, Typhoon. Alright, so it turns out, when I look back at C, there are still 2 guys in C, and then, so basically, yeah, there's a guy here just holding his cap. I'm not sure what he's doing. Maybe he went to the other side of the map, so it's 3v2 on that side, and it's a 2v... I'm 1v1ing, this guy's 1v2ing, unfortunately for him. And then, add an SU-30 just here. I got really greedy with this. I thought this thing was OP as fuck, so I decided, okay, I see this, I see him. He's gonna reverse. I'm just gonna 2-tap there, and then I'm gonna call it a day. Then dive low, and then run away. And I don't get killed. So something definitely went wrong there. They've also broken through on the right side, which for me, it's not a good thing. Because obviously, there's only one guy there, and the other guy is nowhere to be seen. I thought I was busy fighting my guy on my flank, but he was busy with, I don't know what he was doing. Dude, Tirvatia, man. Tirvatia.
Вылетел к цели.
It's so good.
На связи, на. Противовоздушная оборона. Доклады бросить лишнее. Выбрасывай. Тяжелый транспорт здесь.
Oh, there's the Su-30. There's the trophy, I guess.
Заказывали. Режим ожидания.
Need help, bro? I look back. Oh, shit.
Куда вас довести?
Alright, time to go back into sea.
Автомобиль готов. ПВО слушай.
Yeah, everything's empty.
Транспорт
They look terribly awful here.
Куда вас доставить?
So, the thing about this,
Готово.
about the B-15 Kurganets is that they're incredibly good at holding positions, but when it comes to actually pushing, they kind of suck balls.
Воздушная оборона.
Obviously, the armor could be a factor. They still do have a bunch of, I don't have team left, indeed, brother, indeed. But my SU did manage to kill that F-35.
Куда вас довести? ПВО, докладываю. Принял. Зачищаю. Работаем.
And it felt like a bad angle, you know, since the Kurganets, I mean, the units inside were... I mean, going here basically means I'm sandwiched, right? There's stuff here, there's stuff here, there's stuff here. Right after they did a push. For me, it probably would have been good if I did that earlier, but I didn't really have the time to do it. Or more like I was focused on trying to get my stuff through the lines on my... over here. My S-300's trying his best to shoot stuff down as it gets deleted. Yeah, that's a lot of MPVs. Ah, Alligator dies. Ooh, 1 HE shell almost wipes both squads. I should have spread them out. Ow. F-35, okay. I had no bullets. Alright, so here's when things started going south. Okay, my supposedly vanguard sent into sea as an attempt to try help save my friend, but it worked out pretty terribly. My opponent now has two SEPs on the fields with trophy APS, and the only thing to save me, which also is the only thing that could save me, was trying to use these cluster cruise missiles, which was supposedly their task, but turns out I didn't really get him. Like, he moved the other way. It would have been much better had I had spotting on that, so I would have an idea of where he would be. And everything's dying. There's a bunch of little eggs killing my helicopters, and yeah, then not looking good. Not looking good. Everything here is just practically dead. I probably just should have just stayed on my flank and just did my own thing when when my opponent pushed me, but it was not good. Yeah, that's a B3.
Снабжение заказывали. Карета подана. Двигаюсь к точке.
Honestly, I think couldn't I have just matched tanks with my own tanks?
Приказ понял.
And I certainly would have loved to try that.
Тяжелый транспорт под огнем. Приказ понял.
Just feel like everything called tank out, it's gonna get nuked
Идем.
by an F-35. But that also means if I don't call it a tank, I'm always gonna be at a disadvantage. But then again, I feel like tank duty should be, or maybe I should just stop yapping, you know, the game's lost. I'm spoiling it right now, essentially. Yeah, there were so many guys on this flank that their planes actually overwhelmed our A. That we had... But a bunch, I didn't really have two S-300s on the field at all times. But I definitely could have, done a better job if I had sent units into C to help my friend out sooner. Instead of maybe like the reinforcement thing was okay, but helping C, I guess it was a bit unfortunate. They pushed when I was practically empty, and the conscripts that just arrived also just immediately died. after they try to go help C out. Oh, unfortunate.
Первый пошел. Выдвигаемся на новую позицию. Куда вас довести? Вертушки на приеме. Сложные задачи, это про нас.
Nice push left, huh? I don't know. The man was also suffering.
Транспорт здесь.
He was probably expecting me to help him.
Штурмуем позицию.
Alright, a bit of toxicity here and there, but we should be fine.
Пути.
That's Amal's team that he double stacked into
Принял. Выдвигаемся.
into this cap. Unfortunately for me, I immediately died to a Comanche. There goes 300 points for nothing. Yeah,
Транспорт.
minor error on my part.
Меняем ППД. Двигайся, блядь. Мирных нет, кидай гранату.
Yeah, basically a 2v3 seemed a bit hard. I could 1v1, but 2v3 seemed a bit difficult, especially when what we could have done here was probably just try as hard as we could to defend C. But at the end of the day, you know, we kind of have to rely on the other side of the map to actually deal with them.
Всем повыше. Пехота ждет указаний. Транспорт, слушаю.
I should be ready to get
Транспорт ждет приказа.
the deck talk ready.
Транспорт здесь. Будем, да.
Oh, also for the cluster cruise missiles, you actually have 3 planes that can do that. By the way, there's
Воздух слушает.
one is the cheapest one, the Su-30 SM. You have 2 others, which is the Su-34 and the Su-57. The Su-57 is obviously the one with the most amount of what do you call them again? Speed and like missiles. Whereas for the Su-34, you can have 3 of those rockets, or you can have like one of those cluster cruisers, but that won't kill the tank in time. You can also have 2 seed missiles if you want, but then that's going to be the 1 cluster cruise, like 2 seed missiles. That's not going to kill anything. So I think normally people just go for the bombs instead. So yeah. But then you might tell me, Corn, your cluster cruisers felt pretty useless this game. You know, you missed practically everything, right? It felt pretty bad. Why does everyone say it's OP? Well, I mean, sorry, there's stuff in my throat. Well, here's the thing, right? Like, it could be skill issue. I'm pretty sure it is skill issue because I thought about it a little bit. I thought to myself, okay, what could I have done better if that tank was busy fighting my stuff, and I gave it an engine crit, like halfway, would I had a better chance of killing it with cluster cruise missiles? That probably would have been the case. But instead, every time I saw a tank, I just threw cluster cruises at it, and that's probably why I kept missing. Because the guy, every time he saw the cruise missiles coming in, he would be certain that it's going for the tank, and he would move it out of the way. So yeah, that's that, and I'm gonna go talk about the deck a little bit. So, where is it? Low APM. All right. Oh wait, you should have seen it. You should have seen it. You should have seen how much stuff I killed with the RM3K. Where is it? Where is it? Where is it? Oh, look at that! Look at that! This is practically what managed to help me push through, basically into their backline for a while until it didn't work out. But you know, it was, how much points did it even get? It was crazy. Oh, that's a 360 Raptor. Why would you do that? That's crazy. All right, so yeah, that was a fun match. Obviously, the heist is a failure. Heist is a failure, but we're still gonna go through the decks, all right? So, the first thing here is, even though I have tanks, I pretty much make sure they all have APS. But then again, I have allergies of bringing them in because I feel like an F-35 is going to come up and wreck them. I used to have the 4-missile version of the S-300, but now I'm thinking maybe, you know, the 2-missile would have worked just fine if I had fighters in the air all day. And then Tors, but then again, I feel like their Vatias also get the job done. They can also deal with vehicles like the Bradleys, the AMPVs, as long as they're the ones who get the first shot off. Gonna use Kurganets more because the double cornet seems pretty nasty at times. And then the infantry, I think Vidisha is decent, but I'm pretty sure I just shouldn't stack them on top of each other, even though they should usually be in the same transport. And then the BRM-3K is an absolutely fantastic recon truck. Also, Taz and Kolitias both are for artillery. One for clearing a tree line or a cap before you go in, and this is just for sniping maybe cap scouts that are just hiding in a building. So that's the idea of the deck. And oh yeah, I should show you all the configurations for this the cluster cruise missiles. BDV fighters. So there are 3, okay? First is the Su-30SM. What you do is you take these, the KH-59MK, and then the next one's the cheapest like A missile you can get. Obviously, you could take the 7-kilometer ones, R-77, but then, you know, it's up to you, because this plane is normally just for bombing stuff. It's not really for fighting, dogfighting, so this is the cheapest one. You have the Su-34, which it has a really weird configuration. It only has 1 cluster cruise here, and then you can take 2 more, but that makes it, you know, it makes it 350. You get an extra chance at throwing random bullshit at your opponent. Honestly, I could take a couple more. that is funny, but yeah, like you could take 3. What you could do instead is also get seed on these, but you only get 1. So what people normally do is they just take a bomb and just bomb the thing that they don't really like. That's the second one. The third one is the Su-57, which is the one that people fear the most. It costs 455. It's quite an expensive plane, but it has seed, the good seed, and also 2 of these missiles. The plane's also has ECM, a bunch of it. It's basically the best you can ever get. So yeah, it's up to you. But then again, like, don't be like me to just use them actively. You should use them like when you're fighting your opponent in a bush or something, because that's when tanks run the slowest, right? Not on the field, not anywhere else. Like in a bush, or like when their tracks or engine is disabled, something like that. Anyways, guys, thank you very much for watching today's episode of High Elo Heist. I'm gonna go back and rest, and maybe my voice will be fine in the next video. And thank you very much for watching, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Goodbye.